So we're getting ready to go. We don't go till Friday, but we're beginning to decide what we want and pack up. And I thought I'd come out and do a little bit of a tour of the garden, carefully edited to avoid the bits that I'm ashamed about. This chicken should not be in this garden. She's not going to do any harm, but I have to keep the sheep out and the chickens out because the sheep eat the trees. They ringbarked this tree. It's a Jonah Gold when it was still quite young, and I think we managed to sort it out. What's there? Olive tree, almond tree, sumac starting to go red, and I can see the red cones on it now. Grows like a weed. We're struggling with packing. We never know what to pack at this time of the year. You know the weather. You know the weather in October. Who have we got this side? Chickens. Oh, you're still on Zoom. Let's unzoom you so that's better. So the chickens that haven't got through into the garden to eat the apples are here. Brahma Cockrell looking really ragged because he's molting. These girls are still not laying because they're still too young. These girls are beginning to look like somebody is treading them. You can see on their back they've got a bit of damage to their feathers, so I do think that Mr. Cockrell, despite not looking like he does, is sorting them out and letting them know who's boss. This black girl is, when you pick her up, she's really heavy, she's meaty. And you pick him up and his breastbone, you can feel it, and he's heavy because he's a big bird, but his breastbone sort of feels quite sharp still. I don't understand it because they've got lots of access to food. Chestnuts everywhere. I have bought some in, I haven't got around to peeling any yet. I used to love chestnuts when I still love chestnuts. I can remember that there was a chestnut tree at the top of the hill when I came out of primary school, and I used to stand there for ages, pick them up, and I can remember peeling them on my way home. And I can remember, I can hear somebody's. Did he do his business? You mind you don't get pregnant. Don't want any babies. Well, we had babies, it would be quite exciting. It's a long time since we've had chickens. Yes, used to peel the chestnuts on my way home from school. What a masses. And I can remember how sore you get under your nails when you're doing that. Okay, so here we are. I'm not sure what that is. I'm sure somebody will tell me, and I sometimes know the name of it, and now it's out of my head. But the berries are beginning to get red. They get much redder than that, and of course they're great for the birds in winter. I'm now trying to stop zooming, but it won't. Sorry. I don't know why it won't stop zooming. This is an apple blossom. No, it's not. It's a cherry blossom. Beautiful, but very brief when it blossoms. And the tree here is a Japonica, Japanese quince. It's beautiful. It's the first shrub to flower in February. It's sort of astonishing. Yeah, it's really cold and everything's not dead, but everything's sort of very, what's the word, hibernated. And then this with beautiful pink flowers. Over there is the Bramley apple, looking much more open since we had some cutting back done, because that was really not in a good nick in the way it was encroached upon from behind. There's another chestnut tree here, but the chestnuts not so good off this one, much smaller. The chestnut tree there. And there's all the, as you can see, there's all chestnuts. They're sort of littered on the ground, but they're not as good as that tree there. And there used to be a chestnut tree here in the middle, which was the best. Chestnut tree, there's the remains of it. You can see how big it was. Beautiful chestnuts off this tree. And then it died. I think it started dying and became a bit dangerous, so we had it cut down, which is a shame. Bamboo. I love the bamboo. I love the bamboo when the wind's in it. I love it now with the sun shining on it. I just think it's really pretty. Two more chestnut trees over there that are the other side of our hedge. We didn't realise that they weren't ours. For some reason we thought they were, and a bit worried about safety for people out on the road. And then one day the local commune came and started to take branches off, which was brilliant. So that we asked them and they came in and took branches off our side as well. Drove in on their big lifty thing. What's a lifty thing? Oh my goodness me. It's bad, isn't it, when you get to this age and you can't... Cherry picker! Cherry picker! Oh, goodness. Anyway, that's my short tour of the garden. Did we see the sheep? I'm going to have to zoom because they're not coming over here. They're not interested in being filmed. No, it's not zooming. Who are you talking to? Huh? All losing your feathers. I don't know how old he is, but I'm surprised he's molting. He's older than I thought. I mean, we only bought him, what, 8 weeks ago, I suppose, 6 weeks ago. And he was with the black hen. Maybe they're older than the two young ones over there who are, you know, a bit too young to lay. Okay, you girls? You quite happy? There we go. Okay. So, back to packing. Back to having clothes on board for all seasons. And I haven't really got clothes for all seasons. I've just got a few clothes. So, I'll just take what I can. There we go. Voilà. Bon fin d'après-midi.